Hello everybody, today I wanted to talk about these Halt Illegal Surveillance missions. They can be found in the Mercenary tab in Crusader and Hurston, and they pay very well for how easy they are. As soon as I get to the mission objective, I like to send out a scan. Sometimes the probes won't have spawned yet, so it's good to also start flying towards the comm array. Typically at around 10 kilometers you'll see a change. If you've never scanned anything before, you can enter the scan menu by pressing tab and then right click and hold to charge it up. And once you see the big blue boxes, you just want to fly in that direction, but I don't like to go faster than about 250 meters per second because I've noticed that scanning can be a little fickle if you go faster than that. Once you see them on your radar, you're going to want to fly within 2,500 meters. That way it puts a mission objective on the probe and you can go look for the other two. I personally like to find all three probes before I start attacking them, as it does start a timer of 5 minutes to find them all. If you do want a challenge, you can attack the first one and try to scan down the other two in 5 minutes, but that can be difficult sometimes just depending on where the probes are at. These missions have been in the game for quite a while, but previously their mission payout was so low that I didn't find them worth doing. So the clips you're seeing now in this M50 from when I first started doing these missions in 3.12, I have developed a better method than what you're seeing right now, and I will show that later on in the video. So when you're scanning, it's important to look at the edges of your screen, because if a box is off the edge of the screen but it comes up on a scan, it will kind of give you an indication of which way you need to look to find the box. So once I've found all three probes, I just go ahead and start blasting them. Now occasionally when you're doing these missions, a cutlass will spawn, or a prospector, sometimes a buccaneer, sometimes a caterpillar. You're pretty much good to attack any of those except for the caterpillar. If you kill the caterpillar, you will get a crime stat because there are non-criminals aboard. And that's a very easy way to make 20k in Star Citizen. So after I did a few of these missions, I developed the method that I'm about to show you, and it's just a more methodical method of scanning down the probes that doesn't leave you just flying randomly. So my steps now are: I quantum drive in, I do a scan, I try to get about 10 kilometers away from the comm array, and then I use A or D, and I keep looking at the comm array, and I use it to strafe in an orbit 10 kilometers around it and scan the whole time. So while I'm doing my orbit, I will course correct for boxes that I see to investigate them to get the mission marker to pop up on the probe. But I will try to return to my original orbit to finish the circle all the way around if necessary. In this particular case, these two probes were stacked up on top of each other, so I didn't even need to complete one orbit. Sometimes you will have to complete a full orbit, and if you still don't find them, what I would suggest is if you did a horizontal orbit in relation to the planet, and then I would try a vertical orbit in relation to the planet. I think it's kind of fun that the pirates pack their probes full of fireworks to give you a show when you blow them up. The only other important thing to note here is the missions aren't infinite like the bounties are. If you do all of them for a system, it can take a little bit for them to pop back up. I want to thank you all for watching and fly safe.